Hey girl. Sagittarius, how are you doing? My name is SimplyVelca and I'm going to be doing your weekly general reading. So I also do loved ones as well for each week, so I'm going to put a link up here if you're interested in checking out Just Love. I'll touch on love in this one if it comes up, but yeah, I always ask the individual to rely on their intuition. That's because I like to speak in examples, so I may be using the analogy of running a business, but for you, in your situation, it may be pertaining to love for you in this reading. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because put it in perspective, I'm just a man reading some tarot cards. You know your situation better than I ever possibly could. So with that, let me know in the comments below if you ever have an aha moment from any of the tarot cards. Which card called out to you the most, or which one felt like the message was for you. I love hearing about your guys' feedback in the comments. And if you do find this reading helpful, I would love for you, and I always am extremely appreciative of it when you guys take the time to like and subscribe to my channel, because it does help me out a lot. And I always am super appreciative when you guys take the time to do that for me, because I do know it's one of those extra steps that most people just don't feel like doing, myself included, right? So it's not like I'm not complaining at all. But yeah, I'm going to be doing 3 rows for you guys. The first couple of rows is just like getting an idea of the energy and what's to come. And your last row is my favorite one, where we're going to be working a suggestion from Spirit of what it is that you should be working on for this week. So yeah, definitely going to be a wonderful reading. So let's just jump into it, Sagittarius. For your first row, we do have 7 of air, 3 of air, and then 7 of earth. So 7 of air, this is talking about poor timing and things needing to be revised for you. I can't help but feel like this is more so like talking about revision rather than talking about poor timing for that 7 of air. 3 of air, more healing is happening. Kind of like I kind of feel like whenever I'm holding this card for you guys, Sagittarius, there's a level of regret coming up. And maybe that's what's happening here with the 7 of air as well. Maybe there's like a level of regret not taking up at an opportunity on time, or maybe there's some regret in not doing something sooner. We'll see. 7 of earth comes in as well, which is like, keep in mind, also Aries is representation of swords and earth is for pentacles. So 7 of earth is talking about anxieties. This is kind of like, I feel like this first row overall, which I'm going to be pulling clarifiers right now, Sagittarius, but it's like you're in your head about something. This is so much of like an anxiety energy. I don't know if there's like anxiety in terms of making a choice on something. Okay, so we have Page of Swords representing or clarifying for your 7 of air. So Page of Swords, this is letting me know that this is like giving more detail of what's going on, of where you're having your anxiety. The 7 of air with the Page of Swords letting me know that there's some type of, like with the Page of Swords, pages represents like the beginning of a new journey. So when you have this on top of your air, this is letting me know of some sense of, how many times can I say that? I'm trying to figure out the proper wording for this, where I can't help but feel it's like engaging with something, engaging with somebody, or starting something anew with somebody. Because again, Page of Swords is a representation of air. So just a lot of air. And I always associate, when it comes to these types of readings, when I get a lot of air cards, I usually do associate this with someone that's feeling a little bit down in the dumps, right? So you may be feeling down in the dumps, or like this may be the energy that you're coming out of. Ace of Coins comes in with this 3 of air. So this is letting me know like a missed opportunity. You're feeling sadness about some type of missed opportunity, which is what I was feeling, because Ace of Air is talking about just like some type of opportunity, some type of abundance. I always call that like the blank check from the universe, where it's like you get to decide how much is written down on that check. And so when you have these 2 cards paired up, it's almost as if like you kind of didn't write enough, or it's like one of those things where it's just like, you know, it's that kind of like energy where it's like someone asks you if you want a piece of candy, but because you have social anxiety, you just say no, even though you actually wanted the piece of candy. So now you're just sitting here in this regret, being like, dang, I wish I asked for that piece of candy. I wish I just got out of my head for that piece of candy. And that's kind of what this energy is, right? With this 7 of earth as the clarifier, I pulled the star card in reverse for you. So this is talking about like some type of regret, something that where it's like you wish you put yourself out there in some type of way, Sagittarius. So I can't help but wonder what is that situation of what's happening, of if it's like a piece of candy or if it is talking about a person, right? Let's see. I do feel like it is about a person. I'm going to be honest here. We do have 2 of Pentacles as like another clarifier for your 7 of air. and your Page of Swords. So this is kind of like having too much on your plate. Maybe because this is talking about poor timing, maybe this opportunity came to you in your life at a point, Sagittarius, of where you were just too distracted with other things, right? You're juggling too many other things at once. So you couldn't put the proper energy into this new beginning that you were interested in. So it's like you were interested in this, but it's just like you weren't allocating your time in a way of where it would be fitting for this Page of Swords to be incorporated in your life. And now that you have the time for it, potentially, now you're kind of, or like as it, like the opportunity went by, now that's where you kind of just, well, wait a minute, you're kind of realizing that it's too late. Maybe for some of you Sagittarius, is you thought that like you had more time into making a decision on something, more time on doing something. We have the Eight of Swords as a clarifier for the Three of Air as well, and the Ace of Coins. So you're really in your head about this. You're extremely in your head about this. There's some type of regret going on. Now this could be talking about like in terms of like some type of job opportunity, but I do feel like regardless of what it is, right? I do feel like a lot of you, it's pertaining to some type of person, because we do have the Lovers card coming forward. Now, the Lovers card also represents big decisions as well, like the need to make a decision on something. So there was just like this level of indecision in your life, Sagittarius, that kind of prevented you from grabbing up at this opportunity. And now that it's potentially, it might be gone, there's like a level of regret, right? I don't know if the opportunity is not going to present itself to you again, right? But it just seems that way. It seems like this first row kind of just gave me an idea of like what's going on in your mindset right now. I just feel like a lot of regret, a lot of remorse, a lot of just like frustration as well. Like I feel like I just heard someone like throw something against a wall, basically, not actually, but like it's almost as if like someone's just like extremely frustrated, like looking at something like, dang, why did I not do this? It's kind of just like a lot of self-deprecation. I feel like you're just being extremely hard on yourself because of this opportunity. So let's get into your second row now, Sagittarius. We do have the Two of Swords inverted for you, and I pulled the Ten of Swords as the clarifier for it. We have Knight of Coins inverted for you, and the Lovers card came back out for you guys for that Knight of Coins. So this is giving me more confirmation that this new opportunity, this like thing that you want to go for, is involving some type of social and involving some type of person. I really do. And then we do have the Five of Pentacles inverted as well. So it's kind of like living in some type of regret. So let's see here. Let's see what we can break down with this. And I pulled the Ace of Coins. I don't think I mentioned that before. I pulled the Ace of Coins for you again. Now, normally, I know for some of you guys, your mind would be like, oh, did you just shuffle enough? I really do feel like these cards are meant to be. You'll notice my reading style will change in terms of like which decks I use for what. And I did feel drawn to use the same deck over again. And so when I have like the Ace of Coins and the Lovers card, it's more so just giving me affirmation that it's like pertaining to a person. I really do feel like it is pertaining to some type of person, because let's break this down a little bit more. We have Ten of Swords with this Two of Swords inverted. This is letting me know that you kind of had your guard up. Keep in mind, this is like the row that's right under your Seven of Air. So you kind of did have your guard up. Whenever this opportunity presented itself, you had your guard up. And so either you were just insecure about it, because this Ten of Swords is talking about a couple things. It could be talking about how you were just in your head of insecurities, and that's why you were guarded, or it's like you were triggered by something, by this other person, by this other environment, and so it's like you felt like you knew the story behind it, and so you guarded yourself. And so with this kind of energy, it's letting me know where it's like you kind of like realize later on that you're wrong, but now that's like, I don't want to say necessarily wrong. Well, no, you are wrong in this. You're wrong in a sense of feeling as if you weren't ready for it, or feeling as if like you knew the story behind it. Because that's kind of what I've been thinking about, what I've been reading for you, Sagittarius, for the past few weeks. There's constantly been some type of mirroring going on for you guys, some type of mirroring with some other person. And I feel as if someone kind of washed their hands clean of it. And this could be you. This could be you frustrated with trying to make this situation work with somebody. So you're kind of just like, it's like almost like you saw the potential in this, and then it's just like, like they're not going to engage in this, or they're not doing something about this, or if it's too late now, let me just keep it moving. Let me just figure out something else that I want to be abundant in, right? But with this Knight of Coins coming in inverted with this Lovers card, this is letting me know where like This really is talking about wanting to pursue somebody in terms, and this could be pursuing somebody in terms of like a business deal because Pentacles keep on coming out for you. King of Swords, I did pull for you, so someone was definitely guarded. You know, King of Swords energy, a lot of air energy, so you could be dealing with an air sign. Libra, not Scorpio, Libra, Gemini. Who is the other air sign? I can't remember. Aquarius. Aquarius is the other air sign, so it could be you could be dealing with an air sign, or you could just be in your head a lot. But yeah, I just feel as if like these past couple rows is just talking about regret of some sort. And so I can't help but feel though, if Spirit's talking about this regret, that there's something that we can do about this, something that that it's not too late in fixing, perhaps, right? Let's get into your third row now. We do have Queen of Swords in reverse. Keep in mind, this is the row that you should be working on this week. Queen of Swords reverse, Lover's card, and then Lover's card. It didn't process to me right now. And then Seven of Cups. So this is definitely a person. There could have been a three-party situation where this other person was interested in somebody else, or was distracted with something else. It could be distracted with work. There's some type of distraction going on here. Because that Seven of Cups, there are just so many cups that like someone tried to manage. And so since this is your row, this is kind of like saying, this card comes in as being like, make a choice. If you're going to be in your head about this connection, if you're going to be in your head about what happened that you feel like is too late, if you feel like it's too late already, then I would kind of say like, this is giving me the energy of make the choice of like either committing to get over it or make the choice of one last shot sort of thing, right? Because if it's already over, then it's just like, there's no point in not saying whatever it is that needs to be said. Because I do feel like there's some type of repression happening here. Queen of Swords being inverted. I feel like someone's feeling a little bit disempowered in this situation or feeling misunderstood comes across as well. So if you're feeling misunderstood in this situation, I do feel as if like by some type of person, I really do feel like it's some type of misunderstanding, and that's might have been like the energy and what's been going on with you, Sagittarius, for weeks now. Is it's like a misinterpretation, misunderstanding between you and another party of some type. And I feel like you kind of, the only way for you to get out of the Seven of Earth energy, this anxiety energy, this overthinking energy, is to kind of put your cards out on the table. You've been thinking about this for weeks, if not months now, I feel, and it's one of those things of being like, you're kind of over it. You're over like having to obsess about this. You're over having these emotions, these thoughts, these anxieties about this. And so when Spirit's bringing up this kind of spread, if it was pointless, if it was hopeless, I'm going to be honest, I don't think Spirit would have brought it up. I feel like Spirit would have had you think for the future in some type of way. But since Spirit, literally like your entire spread was just about some type of like regret, remorse in terms of some type of connection and not it panning out in the way that you wanted, I really do feel like you need to make a move this week in terms of just like having some type of closure in terms of this connection, realizing that it's just not meant to be, or having closure on this end of a phase so you can start anew with this person that there might have been a misunderstanding about, right? The Lover's card kept popping out for y'all for the entire reading. So I really do feel as if this is something that you need to address this week. I don't feel as if you can like continue pretending like it doesn't happen or hoping something's going to change. I feel like you have to be that change, responsible for this change, Sagittarius. But it's the reading that I have for you. I hope this reading was helpful to you on any level. Remember, give me a like and subscribe if you do enjoy this reading. But until next time, Sagittarius, I love you so much. Bye.